Welcome to Cajun Country in Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Raging Cajuns will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will be first on the attack. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone. Mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Quick release on the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Line getting set on second down. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys. He's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So Louisiana's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through it. And all week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push-ups.
Oh, it's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Got his man on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll give it to the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run on the doorstep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Gets it to him on the screen. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. DB's locked up tight on the receiver. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's stopped after picking up 1 to the 23. Let's take a second to talk about the Raging Cajuns. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. It becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
With the catch, it's Sullivan. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Raging Cajuns are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Fires deep for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion.
Oh, it's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Raging Cajuns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hayes. Got enough space. Touchdown, Louisiana. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
This offense is so big. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quick pass on the fly motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like think offense is being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They'll run play action. He's got the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. That's going to do it for the quarter, guys. Louisiana has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we played one period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They go to the ground. Got the first down. Looking for more. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Looks as if we have an injury on. Let's play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking for space. It's Hayes. Pass to 45. Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Raging Cajun.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Wildcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Morton. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. All the way back to the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Louisiana game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Raging Cajuns will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat. Get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And the Wildcats will try to pick it up on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider.
Right back to the well.
Let's go.
And you want to run the football, right? And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out.
To the air on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Bringing the heat. He's open on the right. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Hit as he throws. Touchdown, Kentucky. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
That is tremendous toughness there by the quarterback, because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly out to the tight end. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the give to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Listen, at this point, at the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with the 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The short hands, it's McCullough. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Got the 1st down. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. They'll immediately call timeout. The Raging Cajuns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Trying to barge their way in. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the ball, and this time he finds Water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. The give. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Fletcher. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Lafayette. And how can we begin our analysis of that 1st half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, He could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Our Lady of Lourdes Stadium.
Louisiana has it back in the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Quickly to the tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Raging Cajuns are rolling down the field.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Raging Cajuns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Finds his tight end. There he goes. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back, and as an added bonus, they get the first down. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Trying to pull his way in. Touchdown, Cajuns. And they add 6 more for that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this 3-game showdown.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points.
It's a running room. The 30. Past the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
It'll be 3rd and long. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Touchdown, Wildcats. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Kentucky, 14.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be breaks into the open. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looking for a crease. It's Parker. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go.
He's loose. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. Second half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that? Boom, we'll pull.
Touchdown, Louisiana! And they take it in for 6 more points. Aggressive, man. This offense does not want to waste any time. They try to score quickly. 3 passing touchdowns in this game. And he puts through the extra point.
Louisiana, 35. Kentucky.
He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points, so it's not like you have the luxury of...
Turning it on! Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Wants to bring it back. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First snap in this drive comes from their own 44. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. On the move at the 30. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass ball.
He's brought... the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Louisiana, 42. Kentucky.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Fletcher. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
Okay, ready?
This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Creates a little room. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Wildcats can really attack on this second and short.
9 Philly.
They'll run it to the right side. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Reads it, fires complete. Across the 35. Get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the age? Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense hits a seam wide open. The 20. Touchdown, Cajuns. He found some open space. And the Raging Cajuns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The play action fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, 3rd and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
The Raging Cajuns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Makes the catch. It's Sullivan. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Quarterback making checks. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. The short hand, it's Hayes. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And the Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Raging Cajuns send out the punt unit. And they'll let that one go, and it'll just complete.